Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the post UFC 200 MMA Reloaded. We are live from Northampton town. Of course, I'll be doing a shout out a bit later on. But it's that what I saw last night were 8 fighters, 32 fighters come out and kick the living shit out of each other. Yeah, it was round one finishes. Now that's the type of hunger that Dana White and the UFC want to see from their fighters 24/7, 365. What I saw in the prelims from Joe Lozon and Diego Sanchez was complete and utter, just brainless punching. Now that's exactly what them two. They're battle tested warriors. 42 fights in combined between them, but it is that sort of that sort of punch up that you want to see. That makes UFC 200 the event that it was last night. Coming down to that main event, of course, Anderson Silva, losing the decision to Daniel Cormier, but it was something that makes Anderson Silva the greatest of all time, and the greatest fighter to step into a UFC octagon because of who he is and that warrior spirit that he has. In my opinion, he hasn't lost 3 fights in a row. He beat Michael Bisping that day in London, and he will continue that legacy. People who think his legacy's tarnished, you got to be having a fucking laugh. Alright. And another impressive performance that I saw was Cain Velasquez against Travis Brown. Cain Velasquez beating Travis Brown impressively. It was an absolute show that Cain Velasquez put on Harper, and that was that main card. And of course Amanda Nunes, being a Miesha Tate fan, I don't like to say this about Miesha, but Amanda Nunes dominated Miesha Tate to become the new women's bantamweight champion. It was a slug. Amanda Nunes just came out the way she was, just physically powerful, and she showed that power by submitting Miesha Tate round 1. Again, women's bantamweight division. That division is so tight. Ever since Ronda Rousey got dethroned, there has not been an alpha female in that division. And who knows, Juliana Pena may be next with a win over Kat Zingano. That was one of the most impressive victories that I've ever seen Juliana put on in her short UFC career. Another impressive performance. Super Sage Northcutt. Super Sage completely went in. He escaped, certain doom from Enrique Marin to escape the armbar. Enrique had him in a cross-arm breaker. Sage's elbow must have been hyperextended. That was absolutely nasty. He came out of that one unscathed. Beautiful submission escape. He showed that super athletic, frame that Super Sage has. And that was fantastic. From Super Sage Northcutt, that was excellent. How he came back to beat Enrique Marin. And of course, Jim Miller showing that he is still a legend with a victory over Takanori Gomi. And, of course, now Dan Henderson will meet Michael Bisping at UFC Manchester in October for the middleweight championship of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been MMA Reloaded. UFC 200 edition. Just a quick breakdown. I will be back with the shout out shortly. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We are live from Northampton. Peace.